G'day viewers, it's nearly Halloween, it's time for a pumpkin. We're going to learn to drive this ES44C4 on the San Bernadino line in Train Sim World 5. You'll only have this if you also have Cajon Pass. Open up the door, you can get in through the nose or you can get in through the back, it's about the same difference. Might want to go to the toilet on the way through. Oh yeah, Matt's in there and he's locked it. Haven't seen him for days. Alright, let's get in here and turn on the cab signals so we get our alerter and jump in the big chair. Now this one's a bit unusual because all sorts of things are already set up for you. You've already got your reverser in, for example. Let's make our headlights bright and aux and turn on our gen fields, turn on our gauge lights, which don't do a lot in here. Let's just check how our brakes are set up. So let's go into F8, more options. F4, operator controls. The brake is already cut in and we're in freight mode and lead, so could have just read that there. Didn't really need to go in, but I thought you might like to see it. Okay, next thing that we're going to do is something really important. It's California. You can open the bloody window because it's hot. Alright then. Let's put our... Are we not quite in idle? Guess we're not. Put our reverser to forwards. Sorry, I've been chatting all day. I think we're just not quite in idle. There we go. I remember the ES44C4. It doesn't like rail driver. Surprise. Alright, now we want to test our brakes. So first up we will release those and we'll leave the independent brake fully applied. And the brakes are pumping up. They will do that quite quickly because we only have 3 locomotives in our train. And you can see that the pipe is at 90 pounds front and rear, and the main res is up to 133, which is good enough for this train. Alright, let's do some testing of the brakes. So we will be applying the train brake. So let's bring it up to about 1/3 of the way. We can see it's done that. And let's go up to about halfway. And that's done at both ends and holding. Go up to a full application, full service. And that is reaching a relatively steady place. There it goes. And now we're going to dump the air and go into emergency. Alright, and that has also worked. So to get out of that, we come back into neutral. Bring our train brake handle to the handle off position. And now we wait. And wait. And wait. Wait some more, and in the meantime let's have a look at other things like wipers. Oh, there must be another switch to turn them on somewhere. I'm just setting the speed, or maybe they don't work. Anyway, let's distract you. Banking comms over here from when you have distributed power. You don't need it when all the locomotives are connected together. We have the rear headlights down here, should you need them. Contact signaler is over here on the phone. Of course, it'll be contact dispatcher in America. Let's just distract you and turn that off again. We've got a light. Look, shiny. Shiny. We've got another light. Shiny. Very shiny. We've got a fan. So you've got all the useful things. Just can't see when it's raining. The other ones work. Oh, look at that. Oh, that one's mine. So that one must have been the other one. No, that one doesn't do anything. Alright, so this one works. Alright, that's good. Great. We've got sun visors. Oh, they're pretty handy. California sun's pretty high. What am I talking about? It's the same sun everywhere else on the planet. And we still haven't got you to reset yet, but that's okay. Let's just make sure you are in handle off. Get it to suppression maybe? Oh, there we go, the light's gone out. Okay. I think it was just waiting for the minute to time as well, so we will release the brakes and they will start pumping up again. That will be fine. You heard the compressor come on, goes whoop. Alright, we have other things to check. We can check our bell. That seems to work. We can check our horn. That seems to work as well. And turn the bell off again. Alright, that's about all we need to do to set up. So into forwards. And we'll start making some power. Notch 2, we'll wait for some tractive effort to build up. We can see that on the screen here when it starts to build. There it goes, and now we can release the independent brake, which is that bottom black handle over there, and we will start moving. And we're going to go crazy because we're a light engine and this thing has got so much power. In fact, so much power that we probably need to start slowing down as another magnificent freight goes rolling over above us. So we are going a little bit faster than 10 miles an hour, so I'll pop the dynamic brake into setup. That's this handle here. And let's now go for a couple of notches of dynamic brake just to help us slow down a little bit. You can hear that starting to happen behind us. It's getting rather loud, in fact. Coming back down to 10. There we go. Dynamic brakes. Let's just keep them in setup because we are going downhill. The other way, of course, to slow down is to use your train brake. So we put that in a minimum application. You'll see that has an effect and starts slowing us down as well. And release again. We'll start picking up speed again. It's not much of a gradient here. May actually have to start accelerating, but the other thing that we should really do is jump into the map, make sure our points were... Oh no, I just set it wrong! Oh no! Oh no! It was set right and I set it wrong. We're going to have to stop now, but at least I can show you how to stop. Alright, now we're going to reverse. So reverse using the handle down here, and power on. Off we go backwards. Just power off again now. I'm going to stop with the independent brake this time just to be different, because I can. It's only locomotives, it's fine. Often when you're shunting you do only use your independent brake because it's much quicker than the other ones. Now let's just check. Where's the set of points we're supposed to go over? There we go. So I've fully applied the independent brake. And we'll set that the correct way. We've got to set this one the correct way. Just scroll along the new map with all of its words and words. Too many words. That one is set correctly. They're all set correctly. They're all fine. And that's where we're going. Okay. Let's get on with it. Back into forwards. Just advertise our embarrassment to the rest of the yard because we had to back up. And away we go. And we can turn off the bell device. Come off the power now because, you know, we've got plenty. No shortage on this thing. There you go, you've seen how to recover from an emergency brake. The only thing you haven't seen yet is the alerter, which I'm hoping will go off while we're down here, and I'm not going to touch any controls to help it. As we roll along through the yard here. If you touch any controls, you will reset the countdown for the alerter. And then it'll never go off. So I'm just going to ignore that we're speeding because, you know, that's perfect. Ooh, there it goes. I'm going to acknowledge that with the Q key, or the B, or the circle, depending on your flavour of controller. And then I'm hoping it'll go off again before we get to where we're going so we can see it stop and we can reset it. And we can continue on our journey. As we roll down here through the container mountains of Amazon parcels fresh from China. And We're still ignoring that we're speeding because it's perfect. Now we're really starting to speed. Well, that's okay, because soon the alerter will go off again and we'll let it go to emergency brake and we'll stop and it'll be fine. Be all good. Perfect. And we're a little bit worried about that red signal coming up, though. We haven't got far to our stop. Here in the San Bernadino yard. There we go. We're going to let it keep sounding. Hands off. Look, Mum, no hands. There we go. And it's applying the brakes. It's going, "You're very naughty, boy, and I'm going to stop you now. Because you've been naughty. Lump of coal for you for Christmas." And given that in real life I'm a steam engine fireman, that would actually be quite helpful. Alright, we've stopped, so you can reset that thing, put your brake into the suppression position. PCS has reset, brakes are starting to pump up, and we can now release our brake. And we're going downhill, so I'm not going to bother putting the independent brake on, because we're going to roll in the direction we're supposed to go. Couple of big honks on the horn. Rear of the train has now come up as well. Brakes are coming off. You can see the... If I look on this screen, I didn't actually explain that. So we've got the equalising reservoir, which is what's responsible for applying the brakes. We've got the brake pipe, which is the thing that carries the compressed air between the trains. You can't use your controls when you're in here. Rear of the train, pressure, current flow, main reservoir pressure, and what's in the brake cylinder. So if I apply the independent brake now, you'll see that the brake cylinder pressure dramatically goes up and we start slowing down. Alright, let's get out of this screen so I can silence the bell, because my name's not JD. Alright, let's get moving again so we can get to our endpoint and I can show you how you put this thing to sleep. Actually, no, we could just do this here. We don't actually have to complete the service, I suppose. But what's the fun in that? Whoop! Goes the compressor. And you wondered where that thing from Saturday night at the disco in the 1970s came from. Well, it was a General Electric compressor going whoop, whoop. You people that hear that now in your modern music and you think you invented it, oh, I'm sorry, but you didn't. That's from my generation of curmudgeons. Must actually be really tough if you're a musician trying to compose something genuinely new, I suppose. Just so much has been done. I'm just flicking the emergency brake on and off to keep our speed under control. I can see our stopping marker is up here. Oh, the police are coming! No, it's not. It's just the alerter. Relax. Besides, you don't have to worry about the police in California. They go, "Mate, you didn't stop at the stop sign," and you go, "Yeah, I know, mate, I meant to, but I was just having a bit of a mental break, and I was thinking too hard, and I saw a man taking a poo on the footpath," and they go, "Oh, off you go then." That's fine. Because it's California. People poo on the footpath. Oh, I'm sorry, sidewalk. I used to live in California. I lived in a city called Oakland, which was a magnificent city next to the dump called San Francisco. And it's funny, because all the tourists go to San Francisco, but Oakland's such a better city. Alrighty, now I'm going to show you how to put this thing to sleep, because we're not going to do this switching and shunting and stuff that they want us to do, because that's for a different tutorial. Alright, first thing you do is throttle back to idle, brake up to handle off. Nearly there, there we go. You don't want to go too far, you'll end up in emergency. Reverser to neutralis, and take it out. Come on, let me take it out. You're not going to let me take it out. There we go, we got it. Independent brake, you may as well put that up to full as well. Down here on the screen we go more options, operator controls, auto brake cut out, independent brake trail, and back. And that's it for that. We can get out now. And because I got in the front, I actually might want to do the headlights as well. So we'll just, you might leave them on dim if the thing is going to be used again soon. If you're really shutting it down, you knock them off to off. And because I got in the front, this time, we're going to get out the back, because we can. So there you go. Flying down the steps for safety, of course. And this has been your tutorial on operating the BNSF Pumpkin ES44C4. If it's helped you, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and if you've got any questions or comments, chuck them down below and I'll see what I can do to help you out. Alright folks, have fun now. See you later.
We played a game.